Hello, I'm Pascal Brackman, and I'm going to show you how you can use one of those great routes of BikeNode.Brussels. I'm going to show how you can use that on your smartphone. So it can be any type of smartphone. And we're going to go in 3 steps. So the first step is how do I get to Route You? And Route You is the platform where you get to see all those great routes of BikeNode.Brussels and also how you can navigate on them. So you just go to your, you take your smartphone. I'm simulating here a smartphone on my desktop to record, but you will get the ID. So it's going to be a little bit different on your smartphone. So you go to Google, you find something where you can Google the website Route You. So I'm just going to Google Route You. And so you will get a list, probably a little bit different than this one, but one way or the other, you will see www.routeyou.com. Just click on that, and that's maybe the easiest way to get to Route You. Another way is just to type in www.routeyou.com in your browser. So that was the first easy step to get to Route You. The second step is now that platform has all these great routes of BikeNode.Brussels. How do I get there? Let me first start with telling you that this is the main navigation menu. You see I'm logged in already. That's important for later on. You don't have to do that for the moment, but you might like to select your specific language you want to use. So that's here. Let me show you how you now, as step 2, search your BikeNode.Brussels route. You go here to the search button, and here you can search a route. Probably if you're in Brussels, you want to be near me. I'm just going to take general, find a route. If I find a route, the system is going to give me a list of routes which are now in a specific area. I can see the area by clicking on the map. That's the area I'm looking for. I'm going to zoom in a little bit in the area. I'm just west of Brussels. But now I want to be more specific and select not only the area and a list of routes, but a specific set of routes. And that I can do with my filter settings. First of all, I want to choose a cycle route. That's done. And as author, I want to use one of those great BikeNode.Brussels routes. So I just type in BikeNode Brussels. Yes, here it is. So that's already in my list. So now I selected only routes which are created by BikeNode.Brussels, and they should be cycling routes. Let's go back to my list. These are all the routes I want to have. I can go back to my map to see, yeah, but which route is it now? So here I see there's a route in my neighborhood. It says following Bruegel. That sounds interesting. I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to start it. That's one way of doing it. The other way is selecting it in the list. You see here, following Bruegel is also in the list. I could also have selected it from here. Either way, it works. So I select the route and I get to the information of the route. So I see already a nice painting, which is painted near this route by the great master Bruegel. I also get the node list description. That's not really necessary. You will see why. I can read all about this route, but I want to go to navigation. So that's the third step. How do I navigate now this route? That's step 3. Here's a map. And if I select the map, because I want to follow the route on the map, there's a big button on the top right to say start. I would advise you to buy one of those devices where you can click on your smartphone on your bike. Don't hold your smartphone on your bike. That's dangerous. Don't do that. So click on it, just press start. And we give you 2 options: record my route and share my position. That's an optional thing. It's just been released, but I'm going to demonstrate it to you because in this case, other people will see where I am, and that might be handy. Of course, you don't have to do that. I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say start. You will see the effect. Its system asks me, you want the full screen? I would advise you to say yes on your smartphone because you don't need these buttons anymore to navigate. I'm just going to say no because I'm on my desktop, and otherwise it takes the complete screen, and that's not simulating your smartphone. I zoom out with your two fingers. You can zoom in and out on your screen. I said already start, and I also said share my position. You will see that the map will start moving in the direction you are walking, cycling, or moving. In this case, I'm not moving, so that might be a bit awkward. But you will see when you start cycling, you will just see that the map is going to rotate. It might happen in a few moments. Let me explain you some other things in the meantime. First of all, I see my route. It's a bit here to, I have to go a little bit down to get to the route. So I'm a little bit off the route, but it gives me already an indication how fast I'm cycling and what the distance is I've done. It also gives me the distance I still should do to finish the route. So that's about 40 kilometers. I can click here to see more statistics, and I can click back to the map to see my map again. It also works with this button here. You get to the map and so on. So you just keep on, you start cycling now, and that's it. Some great, nice things. Well, first of all, you can zoom in and out in the way you like. You can click on certain things, and you also get the information, what you will see along the route. This is, for instance, the church painted by Bruegel. This is another kind of piece of art they created to remember Bruegel in the area. So you can click on all the information. You see the map turning already. It's a bit weird now because I'm not moving, but it will turn in the direction you're going. So that makes it very easy because then you will know it's turning in the direction. I have to go left and then I have to go right. It doesn't tell you yet to go left and right. If there's an interruption like here, it will ask you, do you want to continue the navigation? Yes, I want to continue. And it keeps on going as you are. So that's it. If you're done, stop, and you're done. And so you can follow these great routes. Let me explain you some nice other gadgets. One of the gadgets is this position sharing. I shared my position with others so people can see me, but I can see already there's somebody here. It's my dad who's logged in already. And I see that he's also waiting. He's not moving. And the distance to me is 0. So he's just next door. So I can see he's there. Of course, you realize that if I would wait and he's coming from somewhere, it would be nice to see. It's also nice to see others along the route. Again, you don't have to do this, by the way. You can just, if you don't want to see those kind of other people sharing their position, it's a setting in this layer. Who's active, I can just switch it on and off, and you will see those people disappear. What's also great here, I can select specific backgrounds. I can select, for instance, the topographic map of Belgium. I can select the cycling node network or not. I would advise you switch it on, and you can also see here the great cycling node network, which has been created last summer by the community of Brussels. And it's great because if you don't want to follow the complete route, suppose I'm here, I'm just gonna stop for a moment the moving. This is how you, by the way, stop the moving of the map. So now it will not move anymore in the direction on the position where I am. So for instance, here, if I'm in Anderlecht and I don't want to follow the route anymore because I'm tired, but I want to follow the canal, you can see the canal path is part of the great cycling node network of Brussels. And I can take a shortcut here and here, connect to the route I was before. So you don't have to follow the route. It's just there to indicate what you should do. So that's how it's done. That's how easy it is. So you don't have to install any app. You don't have to go to the App Store. Just Google it and you're there. People might say, well, I would like to have like a start button for this specific app. Well, there's also a solution there. Just do this once, but you will notice that if you Google Route You, that here on the mobile website, you have an option, install the Route You app. If you do that, it will take you step by step through the actions to what you should do to install the app. So you don't go to the Apple Store or the Google Store. You just do it clicking on those buttons, and then you will get an icon on your smartphone where you can start Route You straight away. So you don't have to go via Google to find Route You. That makes it a bit easier. The second thing which is easier is that you will also not have this top information here of your browser. So you're working then in the app of Route You, which is for the technicians, a progressive web app. So that's based on browser technology. So then you install the app, and then you don't have to go via Google. It's the same structure. You go to the menu to select your language. So it's exactly the same menu structure, the app or the mobile website. You go to the search, you find the route, as I showed you already. Here, my settings will still be remembered. This is the cycling routes I wanted to select from BikeNode.Brussels. If you don't want a specific author, you just eliminate the author, and all the authors are now selected, and you get the list in the area you selected. So you can also go to specific areas to get specific sets of routes. So that's how it's done. And for the rest, it's the same thing. I select a route. This is a route to the edge of it, Pajottenland. Same story. Don't forget to select the map. If you want to start, press start, and you're gone. Share my position. I will show you. You don't have to do this. I don't want to use full screen, and there you go. So now of course I'm too far from the route. This is my position. You will see me moving, and I can keep on following. And I'm going to stop navigation, and it's done. So enjoy very much, and have fun on the cycling paths.